In Matthew's book, Jesus said, go into all the land. Take the word, share it, teach it, preach to every man. Just do his will, because he always has.
Hello, this is Dr. Greg Mays with your Word Wednesday. Well, here we are, the day before Thanksgiving. And 3 years ago, I started, maybe it was 2 years ago, I started down this path where I have decided I'm going to thank an organization that has impacted my life or is impacting the lives of others. And I started out with Idols Aside Ministry, and last year I did the Rock Community Church, my home church. Well, this year I want to spend just a little bit of time thanking the members and the participants of the Miss Florida organization. Now, I got an opportunity to participate in the Miss Florida organization in the 2018 Miss Florida's Outstanding Teen competition. I was asked to be a judge, and that time in my life changed the direction that I was going. You know, there's a passage that is in Proverbs chapter 21, and it is down at chapter 19 down at verse 21. And it says, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. You know, I was living my life, minding my own business, and a young lady who at the time was Miss Florida, her name was Sarah Zhang. Well, Sarah lived in the apartment complex that I and my wife were moving into. And she was so kind, we met at a Christmas party for the residents of this apartment complex. And let me say this, it was Miss Florida that lived here. So the next two Miss Floridas after her also had an apartment here, whether they stayed in it or not. Sarah was kind and then asked, would I be willing to allow her to come speak at our school? And I said, well, I don't have any say in that, but I can ask. I know who to ask. I did, and she ended up coming. And it was because of that conversation that she had with me that now I have been volunteering within the Miss Florida organization. I started at a local, the Miss Lakeland scholarship competition. And now I have an opportunity to work with Keith Williams and the board members of the Miss Florida organization. I am not a board member. I just get to work with them. I want you to know that if you get an opportunity to meet any of the participants in this organization, you should take it. All of the young ladies who compete are top quality human beings. I have not met one that I was not overly impressed with. In fact, I would gladly sit and spend time, help any participant that I have met within this organization. Many of them are moving on to do so many great and wonderful things. They have podcasts here. Some of them have gone on to be lawyers and doctors. And it's just teachers, whatever profession you can think of, these young ladies are filling in those places. And they are leaders. I love that about this organization. The Miss Florida organization, which is attached to the Miss America organization, is building leaders. And I am here for that. I am so thankful to be a part of this organization. And I encourage you to look them up and to see what you can do to help. This is a scholarship program. And many of you know that I set out a year ago, I set out to raise money so that I could give to this scholarship organization. My wife and I have been blessed to be able to sponsor scholarships, and we want to sponsor even more. And I encourage you to see what you can do to help these young ladies with their education to go on to do and be great people. Can I say greater people? They're already great. Greater people than they already are. I want to give just a couple of thank yous by name, but not that many, because you always leave somebody out. But first and foremost, I want to thank Sarah for being willing to ask a teacher, a random teacher, and now look where we are, Sarah. I want to thank Miss Patty Bowling, because she's the one who offered my name to be a judge. And right now, I know there's so many members of the board, but I'm just going to thank one person on the board in representative of everybody, and that is you, Keith Williams. Thank you so much for the hard work that you do. And I know there are so many members on the board. If I started naming you guys, I would forget one, and I don't want to do that. For all the young ladies who participate, thank you so much for showing me and inspiring me to want to help, to want to do more for you and everyone in this organization. I wish you well. Thank you for everything that you do. And I look forward to seeing many of you in April and May as we have our Candidates Day and our orientation. But before that, good luck in the locals as you compete to have an opportunity to win the title of Miss Florida or Miss Florida's Teen and go on to compete for Miss America and Miss America's Teen. Thank you so much, ladies. Keep shining. You are making a difference. I pray that this is a blessing for you. And remember, stay strong.
So what you waiting for? Someone to feel the pain some more? Cause you ain't share the love, the grace you found within the Father's care. To share the love of God is more than just a simple job. It's Christ speaking the off a Holy Spirit law. Share it.